Good morning, everybody. It's it's 11:16 now in Ireland. It's good to have you here. It's time of study. It's time of take care of ourselves. So I'd like to say good morning to all SSI volunteer workers. Thank you for being here with us. Thank you for your loyalty. Thank you for sharing this moment with us. Yeah, good morning, Fabio. Long time I don't see you, my friend. Glad to have you here, and I'm seeing you. You'll be part of our lives. So thank you very much. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you have uh, uh, um, changed your clock because now we are on our daylight time. So I hope you are okay. Good morning, Camila. Good morning. So, yeah, is everybody okay? So I hope you having a good time, and in spite of everything, I know, but I hope everything is fine with you, and we need to go through this, but we need to go through this uh, together, and that's what we are trying to do here, doing everything together, even though we cannot see each other, even though we cannot uh, hug each other, but we are in this all together. Okay, so before we start today's talk, um, I I want to do the initial prayer. Apologies because I couldn't create the link for today's talk a little bit earlier. I had some technical issues, and I spent my morning fixing it. And now, and that's why I just could post the link like about an hour or something before we start here. Well, so anyway, apologies for that. Good morning, Joe. I hope you're okay. So let's do our initial prayer. I would like to invite everyone to come down. If you can, if you want, close your eyes, sit comfortably. If you can't, just raise up your thoughts. Let's raise up our thoughts together and make connection with superior spirits, with our mentors of SSI, mentors of Ireland. Say thank you, everyone, for helping us, guiding us, supporting us. At the same time, we would like to extend this good vibration, these good feelings. We all brothers and sisters who are sick. We all brothers and sisters who are sick and suffering in silence. Those who are without shelter. Those brothers and sisters who unconditionally is helping their neighbor without knowing them, without asking any question, without putting themselves in the first place. May this prayer reach our brothers and sisters who discarnated as well. May give them some consolation and hope. So be it. Amen. Okay, let me see here. So, good morning, Dircy. Hope you're okay. Good morning, Patty. Yes, everybody is slept 1 1 hour less. Okay, so now is daylight time. Kaka, good morning. I hope you have your coffee with you. Drink it. As we said, we are missing you, of course, but your coffee as well. So, so today talk is losing loved ones. We go. We will talk more about the process of death, the feelings that generate on us, and uh, the purpose here is to it's kind of help you to understand because for sure uh, some of friends or some of you already miss some. I lost many friends. Thank God, also many friends already passed this through, and they are recovered. So, but we need to understand a little bit how is what is that and that and what the spiritism think about it. Okay, so let's do it. Let me put it here my deck. Yeah, great. Okay. Good morning, Patrocinio. Okay, so losing loved ones. Okay, in order to understand it, I think the first question and the first thing we need to understand is death. Okay, we need to understand death. And on question 409 of the Spirit's book, we have that question asked from Kardec asked to the spirits. What does the soul become at death? And the spirits answer, it becomes a spirit again. Example, it returns to the world of spirits that it had left for a time. I want to call your attention to the word return. Why? Because when we think about death, we we think something is like game over. Let's put it this: it's a game over for me. I'm dying. I died, so it's a game over. All finished. All gone. We lost everything. So this is kind of materialism thinking, okay? Because they don't believe in after life after death. They just think, okay, when you die, finish, cease everything, okay? And the spirits are saying here, it's a return. Let's talk more about this return, okay? Return means you are coming back, okay? Okay, so return, it is when we die here, okay? And what is departure? Let's use this. Uh, Forget Corona, forget COVID. In the old times, usually or most of us wake up like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning and get ready, have our breakfast, take the bus, take the luas, take the car or your bicycle, and then you go to work. Okay? So you are leaving your home, you are departing your home, and you are going to work. Okay? After 5 o'clock ish, you return home. Okay? After your long day journey. Okay? So you return home. Home. So what is let's let's use this analogy to our topic today. When our corporeal life, our corporeal body dies natural death. I'm saying natural death. When we die by natural causes, okay? Natural cause means by age, by any illness we have, and something happened and we die. We didn't provoke this. It's not a kind of suicide, okay? So when we have a natural death, okay, we are returning home. We are returning home. So the true departure is when you leave the spiritual world, where is your real life, where is where you live, and you come to the earth or any other world to accomplish a mission, accomplish a task. Okay, so we can call why I'm said natural death. Natural death is, as I said, when you die for any causes, but is not provoked to you. That's why we can see suicide. Suicide is something against the natural law or divine law because it's a compromising escape. Why is a compromising escape? Because it's not natural. You leave the game before it's ending. Okay? When you have a natural death for any ways you die, you just dying at the moment you have planned to. Okay? But why? Because before we die, before we're born, we go through some reincarnatory plan. Okay? And this is something different about, this is different from free will. Okay? But we kind of create situations why we will die, when we will die, the reasons we're going to die, in order to go some trials and torments. So we will see this further. Okay. So when we have this reincarnatory plan, we have our we don't know when we're going to die, but we know more or less why, because it's our plan. When you do a plan, okay, I will go on vacation, on a holidays to somewhere. So you just prepare. Okay, I will arrive this day, then I will stay in that hotel, and I need to bring with me my summer clothes or my winter clothes or just something. I will spend this day. I want to go to that restaurant. I want to eat that kind of food. I want to visit someone. If you're gonna see some friends, so you have, but sometimes we don't. Nothing occurs the way we planned. Something gonna happen, you know. So perhaps you went to see that place and you fall in love with that place. You want to stay more, so instead you spend 3 days there. You spend like the entire week. So this is life. Exactly. I like this analogy because this is our life. That's why I'm saying reincarnatory plan do not affect our free will, and the other way around is the same. Our free will do not affect our reincarnatory plan. Okay. So, and going back to our example here, so we spend more time there, but we need to come back home. We need to return home, especially if you have a flight ticket. Okay. Okay. Quotes. You can postpone, you can pay some fees, but let's say you have a day to return home. Okay. After 2 weeks, after 1 week, after 3 days, 4 days, I don't know. But you say, okay, on that day, I must return home. Okay. So far, so good. So that day, you return home. And this is happening with us. So when we see from this way, dying is a kind of accomplish of something. If it's accomplished of something because I did everything and now I return home. Going to vacation, it's wonderful, isn't it? Especially now because we are locked down for a year more. So it's accomplished. So that when we return home, even though despite of wonderful times we spent in that place we went to for holidays or vacation, when we return home, it's kind of wow. Now I'm gonna sleep in my bed. Now I have my bathroom. Now I have my house. It's a kind of relief. Oh, I'm returned. So, in other words, what I'm saying is, when you return home after accomplish something, is a merit. And saying it, we can assume here natural death is a merit and a return. This change something? Yes, change. For me, especially change the point of view. This is not saying after someone die, you cannot cry, you not feel sad. Of course, you're gonna feel sad. You die. Of course, you won't see that person. You won't see that loved one. If you will not talk to them, of course, is normal and completely natural. You have that feeling, that feeling of losing someone. Okay, yeah, like when you have a friend and this friend decide to go to live in another city. At the moment they are at the moment of the departure time, you will cry, you will feel for the upcoming days or sometime weeks. You will feel that you will have that feeling of loneliness, of being apart. Of course, it's natural. I'm not saying, oh, from this point now I will not cry, I will not no, I'm not saying this. I'm saying is, for those who die for a natural reason, is a merit, because they are returning home. They are returning home. Okay? And what's the similarity between born and death? They are the same vehicle. Born is a vehicle to bring us to the corporeal life. Death is a vehicle to return us to our real life. So, again, when we die by a natural cause, by a natural process, we have the merit because we accomplish our mission. We accomplish the lesson we have programmed to go through, and we are returning home. Okay? Okay, so this you can see in question 149, question 132, and question 86 of the Spirit's book. They all connect each other. Okay, so let's go. Let's move here. So, what is death? Saying this, what is death? Let's our friend Leon Denis explained to us. This is in the chapter 10 of the book, The Problem of Being, Destiny, and Pain. Chapter 10, Leon Denis says, death is only a change of state, the destruction of a fragile form that no longer provides life with the necessary conditions for its functioning and evolution. Okay? So dying is a normal process. Dying is a normal and healthy process, let's say. Okay? Just change your state. Okay? I know it's painful. It is very painful because we not have that person anymore. We don't have that loved one anymore with us. Okay? For a while. That's we need, this is what we need to emphasize here. A while. Okay? Okay? Guys, if you have any questions, please let me know. Just write it in the comment box, and I will try to explain it. Okay? So, let's move on. What is our true life? True life is the life we have in the spiritual world. Okay? There we can learn, we can study, we have our family, we have our friends, and we need to take this as our home. Okay? And we just come to the earth in order to go through some kind of process. Again, let's use the analogy with travel, like for those who travel for work, they need to go to a place, do the job, and return home. Same thing. Okay? You will travel in a mission. Doesn't matter what the mission is, you will travel in a mission. When the mission is accomplished, you return home. Okay? Okay? So, we can say life is the spiritual world, is in effect the real life, the normal life of a spirit. Then you can say, you may ask now, okay, Stevan, you understand dying is a merit, and our true life in the spiritual world. So why we need to go through this? Why we have the corporeal life? Why we have go to this painful times, this painful, let's say, painful process? And the answer is everything we learn, we need to practice it. Because it's good to know theory, but we need to go to practice. It's like school. You spend, I don't know, perhaps 2-3 months learning, reading books, seeing everything, and a day you need to go to the test. You need to do the test to measure what you have learned. Same thing, same principle. Okay? It's the same principle. We need to learn. So, we know charity this, we need to be good, we need to do the other one. You know this, you know, but do you practice it? Do you really do it? Okay? So Camila saying here, what is the best way to deal with the death of a close friend, family member? How to stay strong? Camila, I like your question, and this is exactly what I was expecting for, questions I was expecting for. So the way you have to deal is and you need to see this as a natural process. Even though we are saying here, you will feel sad, you will cry, you have that feeling because you lost someone close to you. Okay, okay, and how to stay strong is you need to see there is a life beyond that, and that life is the real life. I already said that's how we stay strong, because that person didn't die, didn't disappear, didn't wait. Just change. Let's again seeing what Leon Denis said is a different state. That person didn't disappear. That person just changed their different state. They still can hear us. They still can listen us. They hear, listen us. I'm sorry. They can still listen us. They can stay with us. The only difference, we cannot touch them. We cannot have that person beside us all the time. Why? Because the body is nothing more than a gross covering which temporarily clothes the spirit. That's why. Again, losing a loved one is painful. It is very painful. But as we can say here, no sadness, but you still have that missing feeling, no sadness. We cannot become sad. Why we cannot become sad? Because we will see that person again. We will be with that person again. But you still have that feeling of missing someone. You still have that feeling of emptiness. You still have that. And this is a normal process. This is a normal process. We need to work ourselves. We need to go through. Okay? So that's the issue about that. Exactly what Camila said. Lose a son, lose your parents, losing your loved ones. It's so sad. But we cannot stay sad for a while. We will reunite again. We will be close to each other again. We will stay strong. Like Camila said, how to stay strong. Stay strong is the certainty of we will be reunited again. This result, this give us a solution for our problem? No, no whatsoever. But this is a consolation that, hey, hang on, you will be together again. When? When you accomplish your mission. Again, when you accomplish your mission, when you die by your natural causes. If you provoke this, it's a higher chance you will still have that sadness feeling with you more often. And I will show here almost 2 minutes video here. Let's see what the other religions talking about death. It's good to see that. Okay, let's see. Let's see what they think about, and then we come with more details about it. Okay, so let's put it here.
The fear of death.
That there's life after death.
So I put again, guys, because I was with my headset, and perhaps that's the problem. I will put again. Okay. Let's start over.
The fear of death controls a lot more human behavior than we give it credit for. Not only behavior of individuals, but also behavior of societies.
It's natural to fear the unknown. And when we don't know who we are and we don't understand our eternal nature, then we are afraid of ceasing to exist.
People, they're afraid of death, but it's actually about the dying part.
I'm afraid of pain, the process of dying. But I know that when I die, my life will go on. And so it's only natural that we fear the unknown.
In our tradition, there's a promise that there's life after death. And the promise means that the life we live here is not the whole story.
That out of death comes new life. Well, what does that mean? In the practice of their lives on earth, there are many experiences of life after death in many, many ways.
We believe, however, that at the end of that life, there is still life with God who calls us to completion.
Even though there are things you cannot see with your human eyes, your spiritual eyes are able to see, hence the existence of God.
But in Spiritism, we say it should be something normal. It shouldn't be something that's scary for us, because we all are born, we die, and then we are reborn again. This is the law. This is what's going to happen to all of us, independent of what we believe in.
The teaching of Sufism is that life is a continuum with no beginning or end, just different states and stages of being. Physical death is a point of transition.
Life did not begin when we were born on this earth. We existed before our birth here on earth. And life will not end with our death. Everyone will die eventually. But that death is only the death of this mortal body, flesh and bones. But our spirit, which also is part of this body,
So sorry for the technical problems, but I was using my headphone in order to at least make my voice clear for you. And with the headphone, I learned it doesn't work. Okay, but anyway, did you see that the idea of let me return here with my deck here. Let me go. Did you see that the idea of a life after that is not exclusive or something that the Spiritism No, many religions, many religions still believe there is a life beyond. I personally like this last video, is a Presbyterian church saying dying is just dying the bones, this corporeal life. See? And the Spiritist teachings give us nothing happens that has not an intelligent meaning, and no matter what happens there is always a reason for it. There is a meaning, even though we don't understand. This coronavirus we are going through now, there is a reason for it, even though we cannot understand why. Even though it's like when you want to educate your child, sometimes you put the child in a timeout, and they don't know why they're on timeout. That's why it's same thing for us. We need to understand that after the timeout, when you go and sit with that your child and explain them the reasons, what is right to do, what is wrong to do, you give some reasons, there is a high chance for the child to not make the same mistake again. Okay? High chance. This will not avoid repeating the mistake. Okay? And this is kind of happened with us. Okay? And when we said at the beginning, why we have to go through this process, why I need to incarnate, and in the question 934, Kardec asked that question. The Spirit says, this cause of sorrow, from which neither the rich nor the poor are safe. So, dying, doesn't matter which social class you belong to. This is going to affect someone. And we can see here, this is the COVID happening to everyone, rich, poor, famous, not famous, everyone. Everyone's being affected by it. And we are being affected by the same feeling. What is the feeling? We are losing friends. We are losing those who are close to us. At the beginning were some people who it's happening there, but now we are, after a year, we are in a stage where we are losing friends close to us. Okay? And life, corporeal life, is either a trial or atonement. What's the difference between both? Trial is an effort. Remember, one second, and atonement is a reparation. Let's talk more. Let's go through deep a little bit more. What is a trial and what is atonement? Atonement. Let's say this. There is no, we already says this to you many times. There is no punishment for God. There is no vengeance. There is no, oh, I do this. There is no like that bad trick things, you know. I will put this mission to them because I know they will not accomplish, and I will punish them at the end. No, that is nothing about it. That is nothing about it. That is no punishment, guys. Okay? Everything we're going through is because we can carry that burden. We can carry that cross without any question. We can carry on. Doesn't matter what the problem you have. Doesn't matter the problem you're facing. You will and you have all the tools, all the abilities to deal with that. Even though you cannot see an end right now. But you need to believe in yourself. Why? Because a trial, an effort, is when you die and you are in your reincarnatory plan, you say, okay, I learned that I need to go through selfishness. I need to work this. I already have many studies here in the spiritual world. I'm going through many classes. I see how it works. I see how it is, and I needed to work this feeling with me. I need to be more charitable to my neighbor. So I will want, and then you start to prepare your reincarnatory plan along with your superior spirits, your mentor, and you say, okay, I want to go in this family and passing through this situation in order to exercise my feeling of being charitable. Okay? So, and then you come. So there is no punishment. Or when you have atonement. Atonement is, hey, I caused too much harm for that person. I did so many wrongdoings to that person, and I want to reincarnate again and help that person in order to make them overcome all this barrier, all the troubles they had. I need to repair it. I need to be fair with that person. I need to be there with them. I need to stay close and help them overcome this obstacle. And at the end, you will learn that instead of helping them, you are helping yourself. That's the difference. That's why there is no punishment. There is no vengeance. There is no sarcasm among all these things. We need to go through this. And together is the best way. United is the best way. Okay? So far, so good? Let's go. Like, I give you some examples here. The flower we see soon wilts, but its fragrance will escape us and reach the economy of the world. The monument that impresses us will suffer the actions of time, but the invisible ideal that inspired it shines eternally in the artist's soul. The Acropolis in Athens, admired by millions of eyes, has been wasting away little by little. Nevertheless, the Greek culture that produced it is immortal in its eternal glory. The cross that people forced on Christ was an instrument of torture seen by everybody. But the Lord's Spirit, which nobody sees, is a sun that has grown bigger and bigger with the passage of time. This is in the book Living Springs, chapter 168. So, time affects everybody. Okay? Time affects everybody. Of course, there is a difference in time, the spiritual time and our earth time. Like, for example, I'll just give you a little bit of explanation why this difference of time. When you wake up and you are lazy, your bed is too comfortable, too warm, very good, and you say, oh, I'll stay here for 5 more minutes. And then you close your eyes and you start to dream. And in your dream, looks like you spend like sometimes the entire life. You happen a lot of things to you, and then you wake up because, oh, I lost my time. You just saw you pass it 2 minutes. And again, this is the difference of time between the spiritual lifetime and our time. This is a comparison. What is our life compared to the eternal life? Because the spirit is immortal, is timeless. That's the best way we can analyze what's the difference of time of the spiritual time and our time on earth. centuries, millennia may happen like in 1 second compared to Earth viewpoint. Okay? And the question we can say here is, it's all in the question from Camila, by what means can we receive consolation when we lose a loved one? And this consolation, Camila, we can find on the question 935 of the Spirit books. There is no longer any separation between them and us. We are happy to learn that they are happy. Discover the details of their new existence from them, and obtain the certainty of uniting with them one day. That's the consolation. This is a consolation. This will not cease our feeling. It's a consolation, but you will still have, and you will still carry with you that feeling of a loved one passed away. But when you start to understand that that person is still alive, just in a different state, it lessens your pain. This calms you down. Okay? Okay? Do we have any other question here? Let's see if we have any questions, because I just want to see if this is clear for you guys. And before I finish, I want to have this done for you. Again, this is a consolation. I know this is terrible. I know that feeling. I know this is a horrible way, but that's we need to live to. That's why the suicide, you break all this point. For all the boys or men are here with me here, it's like when you watch a game, you watch a football or a rugby match, and you are seeing this, the game is going, the team you support is winning the game and everything, and then we have a cut off on the electricity power. Boom. And you become desperate. Because what happened? What's going on? Like for the girls, when you like to watch your favorite movie or soap opera, and then the electricity is gone in the middle of the chapter, in the moment when the two characters are being united, they are kissing each other, and they will have the happy life. They're gone. It's the same thing. Same thing for the suicide. You didn't accomplish everything you tried to get here. That's why we can say planetary reincarnation do not affect the free will in the other way around, because we can end this corporeal existence at any time, regardless the plan we have done, regardless what you want to accomplish here. See the difference between free will and reincarnatory plan? No? So, I think that's why I want to show you today. I just finished about 90 minutes earlier before our time, but I think I could, or because I don't have any questions here, looks like I reached my target here to give a little explanation about how the Spiritism understands the death. Okay, let's give it here one more minute to see if I have any other question, and I let you go, guys. So I will do the final prayer, and we can end here. So thank you everyone for your time. Thank you everyone for your support. Thank you for being here with me. I hope this clarifies and makes you sense about a lot of things, especially the difference between corporeal life and spiritual life. I hope this give you a kind of consolation. I hope this give you hope and courage to still keep fighting for what you dream, to what you have as a purpose of your life. And if you are in the situation you don't see ending for the sufferings, if you are in a struggling point, and even though if you are thinking about suicide, I'm begging you, do not do it, because this is not the end. This will not finish your pain. This will not finish that feeling. In the other way around, this feeling is gonna keep going. The question we have to ask is, the person I lost, what they want from me? They want me to be here suffering, or they want me to keep going my life, moving on, overcome the challenge, overcome all the barriers. What it is, what I want, what that person who had the merit to return to the spiritual life wants from me. Instead of thinking you were lost to someone, think like, I got one more person to help me go through my barriers I need to face here. One more person to support me in this task. One more person to support me in this atonement or trial. One more person to stay close to me, to inspire me. Please, do not end your life. Do not cut the power of your life in the middle of the game. It's painful, yes. That's why we have Samaritans. That's why we have, I can live here. The Samaritans helpline is 116-123. Talk to them. That's why we have our fraternal gathering. You can send an email to us, and someone gonna contact you. That's the email, fraternalgatheringdublin@gmail.com. They will contact you in order to listen to you. Okay. Also, there's good websites, mentalhealthireland.ie. You can go there. So please, if you want to talk to anyone, you want to text, there is also a text tool. You can just text 50808, and someone will reply to you and will help you to see what I'm saying here That is a solution, even though you cannot see it. But without believing in yourself, without believing that you are strong enough to overcome that barrier, this is difficult. And you cannot, and we will not be there alone. That's you will overcome the barrier by yourself, but overcome the barrier with a lot of support, incentivizing you, supporting you, giving you hope is a lot easier. And that's my point here. You have a bunch of people, spirits, that are supporting you, whatever circumstance you are. Okay? Once again, thank you. I will do the final prayer. Let's come down. Let's, again, reconnect to our superior spirits and ask them to stay close to us, to fill us up with these good feelings, calming us down, giving a consolation in our heart, in our soul, helping us to overcome other barriers, to understand, to have patience, because the answer will come at the right time, at the right moment. Having patience to wait, to act when the right time and the right moment comes. Thank you, our mentors, for the unconditional love towards ourselves. Thank you, superior spirits, for this unconditional love towards ourselves as well. Thank you for their trials or torments. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for our life, our corporeal life, and our spiritual life. So be it. Amen. Okay, this is it for today. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for being here with me today, and I hope you enjoy. Happy Mother's Day. You know, today is we celebrate the Mother's Day here in Ireland. So for those moms who are here with us here in Ireland, Happy Mother's Day. I don't know if this is I think it's the same Happy Mother's Day. It is Mother's Day in UK and in America today. I don't know, but anyway, Mother's Day is not just today. Mother's Day is every day. So Happy Mother's Day. Have a wonderful Sunday, and I wish you all the best. And do not hesitate to call, to ring any of those numbers, any of those emails, text numbers I showed you here in order to support you. Okay? I'll see you on Tuesday with our lives. And again, have a nice Sunday. Thank you. Bye-bye.